All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. I hope my voice is coming good and clear. Please invite your friends, and if you are a Muslim, invite your 4 wives and 60 kids. We know that Iranian, and when talking about Iranian, we're talking about the Islamist regime. As you see, this is the president. The president himself is a sheikh, is a mullah. You know, last meeting for the lawmakers, if we can say there is a lawmakers in Iran, which is funny. What lawmaker? How you can make a law in Iran? That's a good one. I thought you have the law of Allah. Why you want to make lawmaker? I mean, isn't it funny? They have the law of Allah and yet they want a lawmaker. Why you need to make a law if you have a law? Like, hello? But anyway, let it go. It's just like to show that we are democratic and blah, 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 you know, like in the garbage. But who dare to say no? I mean, everybody say yes. And look, all of them, they chant death to America. And here you can tell how the cult of Islam bring savagery into a nation. Imagine if we shout death to Iran in America. I mean, how disgusting that is. Even if we go in war with them, we would not say that. So this is how savage this cult is. You shout death to a nation and nobody complain. Yeah, this is Islam, my friend. This is Islam. Death to the kuffar, death to the Jews, death to the atheist, death to the gays, death to the lesbian, death to anyone that agree with us. That is Islam. So you will notice here they don't have a shame to say and to do such an act. If Trump, he says death to Iran, you will see how many in the American they would eat him alive, you know. So here yesterday we were talking about savagery. You remember? We talk about the savage and the one who not savage. When you are a savage, you win a war. In the time of war, savage always win. Let me explain to you. You as a Christian, you don't believe in violence, and then there is an army coming to fight you, and your priest says to you that Jesus says turn the other cheek. Which by the way, this is wrong verse to use for such a case, but this is what they do. All the churches, they say to you Jesus says turn your cheek, but turn your cheek is not the case in the war, you idiot. What turn your cheek? No, Jesus says let the enemy rape your wife, take your children into slavery. He did not say that. This is about, you know, in the time of Jesus there was a law. If you hit somebody in a certain cheek, he go to jail. It might be funny, but this is the law. So what Jesus is saying to you live in a society, you live in a civil society, turn your cheek and let the police take care, because now if he hit you, he go to jail. You live in a country, have an order, but this is not about war. It's about turning a cheek, not give your neck to somebody to kill you. And don't fight evil by evil. What does that mean? You know, you see some Christian teachers, they always try to make you know, like Jesus, he just says let everybody kill you. Whoever want to kill you, kill you. This is absolutely false. This is a big fat lie. The Old Testament is part of the, it's the same as, it's a continues with the New Testament. So if you don't believe who is the God of the Christians, then go and read the Old Testament. And Jesus, he says I came to fulfill, not to destroy. So Jesus nowhere says let them rape your wives and etc. just to stay watching. Actually, if you do that, you are no Christian. A Christian who don't defend his country is no Christian. A Christian who don't defend his family is no Christian. A Christian who don't stand against evil, he is no Christian. Let us say you are walking in the street and you see somebody raping a woman, even if she's a Muslim. If you watch and you don't do something to stop the rapist, you are no Christian. Even if she is from Iran and she is a Muslim and we have war with them, still you have to defend that woman, because this is what Christians do. Fox 400, behave, otherwise I will ban you. So here you see the Iranian parliament, which is nothing but a bunch of mullahs chanting death to America, and usually death to America and death to Israel. But this is not new for savagery religion who teach such a hate and violent. Nothing new. Muhammad, he said that before them. Now the one who ran the country is not the president. The president is just chosen by the big mullah. The big mullah himself is the one who chose who's going to be the president. You see, in Iran, they say to you, we have election, but in fact, they don't have election. The big mullah, Ayatollah al-Khomeini, and whoever came after him, uh, uh, Khomeini is dead right now. So the inheritance of him, who take his chair, he choose a bunch of guys, and he say, okay, choose one of them, which mean whatever he chose, this is his choice at the end. All right. So there is no election. This is a country run by the sword, run by Islamist terrorists who kill anyone who oppose them. And then the American, they are trying to deal with this regime. But you see, the American, they have a problem. American are not educated about the cult of Islam very much. They think fighting Islamist is the same as just fighting terrorists, just shoot a terrorist. But this is not how you fight a terrorist. War with the terrorism start with the idea before the gun. And those who run the country of Iran, they have a terrorist mentality, not a government mentality. So what the American they do, what the American they do, they think they are fighting a government, or they are dealing with the government. Guys, don't change my topic. I'm talking about something. Somebody will talk about my book. The other one talk about. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with people. We please let us be mature. When we have a topic, focus with a topic. If you are interested, leave. So, American and all Western, they always see things as hamburger. You know, hamburger, like America. Everybody, American, they eat McDonald's, so they think everybody eat McDonald's. American, they have you know, everybody have 2-3 cars in his house. You know, people live in a most likely, like in most places, a comfortable life. Everything is cheap, so they think you know, the same. Everybody live the same. Everybody eat the same. Everybody feel the same. Everybody believe in the same. And this is how the ignorance of the American impact in anything happen in the in around. So they went to Afghanistan. They think if they build a school in Afghanistan, they can change Afghanistan. This is how stupid they are. They think if they give a donation and they build roads and airport, Afghanistan will become Germany. This is how stupid they are. The same, they went to Iraq and they spent billions of dollars building, not destroying, but nobody will remember what the American did in Iraq. You see, they remember that America came and make a war, but the fact America spent trillions of dollars in Iraq trying to change the country. They thought this is Germany, but those idiots do not know that as long as Islam is there, Germany will never happen again. Germany, when it came out of the war, America rebuilt Germany and they invested heavily and they helped the German to build their country. So we have Germany today. Those are not Germany and they will never be. So the stupidity of the American is beyond imagination. And always they think they can change a country in like a switch. Like, you know, people there, they don't want this and etc. And we can go there and we take the regime and that's it. They don't know that all of Afghanistan is either Taliban Shia or Taliban Sunni, which mean all of them they are radical and all of them they are Islamist, and all of them they are drug dealers. And now in Iran, I have to say that Iran is not the same situation as Afghanistan or even Iraq. In Iran, there's a huge population who is anti-Islam, which is good. But still, when you go against such a country run by mullahs, you have to think by the way they think. You know, if we go to the Muslim Brotherhood website, and I'm talking about the Muslim Brotherhood website because Muslim Brotherhood, they are the babies of the Iranian mullahs. I want to show you the logo. All right. This is here. Let us put it in the screen. All right. This is the logo of the Muslim Brotherhood. What do you see in the screen? You see Quran, two swords, and then down there is a word in Arabic. Those who speak Arabic, they knew how to read. It says wa'iddu. Just one word. Wa'iddu. This is the constitution of Muslims and Islam. I'm saying, when I say Muslims, I'm saying those who believe in Islam. Otherwise, why you call somebody a Muslim if you don't believe in Islam, right? Same as why you call somebody Christian if he is not a Christian. Wa'iddu, what does that mean? That can be found in the Quran in chapter 8 verse number 60. Let us find it. All right, chapter 8 verse number 60. What the verse saying? Do you see what the verse is? So when Islamist countries speak about war or speak about peace, all their agenda is make ready for them whatever force and string of horses you can, so you can install terror in the heart of the enemy of Allah, not God. The word God does not exist here, it's Allah. So this is the logo wa'iddu. But many European countries until now, they don't consider, actually not even one of them, consider Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization. Why? Because Europeans are stupid, silly, and they have the mentality of Europe. You see, there is somebody, he lives inside a box, and he cannot get out of the box. And the box is the box of Europe, where everybody believes in a human right, and everybody is equal, and everybody is okay. But they will not, and they cannot accept that there is somebody believe in such a way in the 2019. But this is the truth. You know what I mean? The logo of the Muslim Brotherhood is the logo of 2019. It is the same as it was to 1960 or 65 or in the 50. This is their logo, and this is the logo of Muhammad. Make ready wa'iddu. So all their target is prepare to fight the infidels. We go back to Iran. Iranian, they are no different. This is why Iranian, they are the number one sponsor for Hamas. Hamas is a Muslim Brotherhood, and they are Sunni. How the Shia support the Sunni? It doesn't matter. Here you see, those Sunni organization, they are not really Sunni. They are Sunni in the flag, but they are Shia in the finance. And that telling you who is in charge. When the Muslim Brotherhood, they won the election in Egypt, the first country, Morsi, the one who died just 2 days ago in jail, the first country he went to, it was Iran. Why? Because this is where the boss live. So he is a president of Egypt, yet the first trip is to Iran here. Because Muslim Brotherhood, they are just another branch of Hisbollah, but it is a Sunni branch. So the Shia here, you see the Shia Muslim, they are very smart. They even were able to make Sunni work for their agenda. Sunni, you see how smart they are? They are really smart, and they practice taqiyya very well. So the Iranian, they practice taqiyya, they say we don't want to have a nuclear weapon. It's against Islam to have a nuclear weapon. Yeah, right. It's against Islam. Why? Isn't it your prophet says kill all the infidels? And now the American, they are trying to deal with this regime. And after many years, the regime is taking over Iran. I think more than 40 years now. The American, they are talking about Iran as if it is a country just exists yesterday, and the regime is taken over just last year. Here you see the lack of intelligence and I'm talking about intelligence as a CIA and etc., and the lack of intelligence of the leaders. So look what they did. Trump, he put sanctions in Iran. Okay, so now we surrounded Iran by sanctions. Iran cannot buy, Iran cannot sell, Iran, and then we send little tiny airplane in the top of the shore close to Iran. And then the Iranian, they shot this airplane who is flying here. Have you ever heard of a stupid country send his airplane without protection? Welcome to America. Because they are so proud of how strong they are, they said to themselves, who dare to shoot our airplane? Iran will do? No way. The Iranian, because they understand that the Americans are a bunch of foolish, especially those who they are in the White House, including Trump, they understand that they are not ready for war because they are not expecting the Iranian to do something. They shot the airplane, and what the result? Trump, he did not do any action because he cannot. He have no army anywhere. You see, all what they have in Iraq is little. They have little here in Syria, and actually those are a problem. They are not even to help, because now if they start a war in here with Iran, the Shia in Iran, the Iraq, they will attack them. They will attack those little bases of American, which is very few, small, tiny bases, and even they might slaughter hundreds of American because they cannot fight. You know, you are little few hundred soldiers. What you can do? So those are now hostages actually, unless Trump he moved them away. And now last week after the attack, Trump he start moving those out of Iraq and out of Syria, which means Trump is preparing to attack Iran. But because he knew his weakness, he cannot start attacking, and he have those few soldiers exist in Syria and exist in, especially in Iraq. In Syria, you know, they have the Kurdish huge number, so they can stand against any attack. But a few soldiers in Iraq, they cannot fight hundreds of thousands of Shia militant, and we are talking about literally about hundreds of thousands, not few thousands. So now the idiot Trump and the White House and the American, they notice that they cannot respond to Iran as long they have you know, hostages in Iraq. When I say hostages, not literally, but it is close to be hostages. So now they start moving them out, which means the attack will happen in Iran as soon as they get rid of all those who they are in risk in Iraq or in Syria. So when the attack will happen? Same time, Trump, because he wants himself to look like he's a good guy, you know, advisor, they told him, if you hit anyway, that will make you lose. They will attack us in Baghdad on you know, in the embassy. We don't have enough protection there, and we will make you lose. You know, you might lose election. So always Western leaders, they favor election over countries and victories. Don't you think somebody's asking? Let me see the comment. Don't you think that the United States did it in purpose for agenda? You don't think they are going to retaliate? Yeah, what I'm saying, that Trump, he did not respond to show the American, you see, I am not rushing to war. Here we go, they attack us. So now Trump, he made a big propaganda of himself as he is a peacemaker. They told me there is more than 150 people will be killed. This is why I did not. The fact, this is an absolutely big fat lie. You know, this is not the reason, have nothing to do with the reason, but they took advantage. Okay, we cannot retaliate anyway. So let us say we are peacemakers, and this will make the Trump, he's a president who is trying his best to avoid war. Here we go, they hit us, I did not hit. So when he hit, nobody can blame him that he rushed into war, because already, look, the Iranian, they did many attacks already. They burned two oil like carriers in the Gulf. They attacked the American drone. They shot already many missiles at American bases in Iraq. So already they are attacking, you know. And Trump, he is trying to make himself as a peacemaker. He is not going to go to war. But the fact, this is not the reason. They are not ready. You see, we are talking about the whole country is there. This is Iran. So Iranian, they do not need to mobilize an army. They are there. It's their land. While the American, they have nothing. They have a base in Qatar, but this is not enough to go in war with such a country, big country like Iran. So the Iranian are ready for war. The American are not. In the same time, the European, they don't want America to go in war, because all what the European want is the oil. They don't care what happened in Iran. And if the war started, this place here will be closed. This area, at least for some time, where most of the oil come from. All right. No, this is not will be war. No, this is the opposite actually. No, because you see, many countries actually they will go against Iran. You see, all the friends of Iran, they will leave Iran. Let me tell you something about Middle Eastern. Middle Eastern, they are your friends as long you are strong. The second you have a stomach pain, they let you have your diarrhea alone. I hope I did not make it so ugly. So the second Iran go in war, nobody will say hello to Iran. Trust me in that. Especially they knew who is the one who's going to win. The Russian, they don't care for. Actually, the Russian, they want the war with Iran because this is for their benefit. You know, because then they will get rid of them of Syria and they will have the whole cake alone. Because now Iran is competing the Russian in Syria, and Syria is a big cake for the Russian. So the war in Iran is a big yummy for the Russian, because the stupid Iranian government mullahs, they have no other one to buy weapon from except the Russian, and they will lose all their billions in the pocket of the Russian. And then the American too, they will make a lot of billions from the Arab who have to buy weapon. Now they are buying weapon, and look how stupid the American again. Just 2 days ago, they voted that we should not sell weapon to Saudi Arabia. How you are going to go in war with Iran, and then the one who will stand with you against Iran in the war, you don't let him get the weapon? I mean, stupidity is amazing. They just voted 2 days ago. 2 days ago, that Emirat and Saudi Arabia should not get weapon. Okay, now you will go in war with Iran. Who is going to fight Iran? You need those. You need their land, you need their country, and giving them weapon. You know, you are going to use this weapon. What about let somebody else buy it and shoot it for you? You know what I mean? I mean, American are really dummy, hilarious dummy. So because of a human right in Saudi Arabia, we will not sell them weapons. Since when? So you sell weapon to Pakistan? In Pakistan, there is a human right. Hello? In Qatar, there is a human right. In Jordan, there is a human right. Who is the one who have a human right? The Egyptian have a human right. Where the Egyptian? I mean, American are very silly people. Because Trump, he want to sell the Democrat, and even the Democrat, like the Republican, which is, they are not really Republican. Most of them, they are really Democrat. They oppose the president. They're just trying to put rocks in the front of his way, whatever he want to do. So now they forbid the Saudian to get American weapon. Okay, so now you want to go in war with Iran, and the Saudi obviously doesn't have enough weapon, and the Emirati doesn't have enough weapon. Otherwise, why you are buying weapon? The war will need a lot of weapon. So now the Saudi and the Emirati, they say, okay, well, if we go in war, how we will fight if the stupid American are not saying us weapon? We will shoot what? Tomato? So American, they are people who live in different galaxy. You know, they don't really have understanding of the Middle East, because still you think as an American. You know, we are not the same. We think differently, we talk differently, our culture is different, and the religion is different there. So the American, they cannot and they will not understand the mentality of those nations. And if you don't understand the mentality of your enemy, that means you are stupid and you are a fool. Now what will happen, I believe, that Trump is preparing himself to attack Iran, because the attack will happen. And the reason the attack will happen, because Iranian, they are out of food. To make it simple, Trump, he is putting even more sanctions on Iran tomorrow. Already the country is a struggling big deal. So Iran, they notice that if we don't go in war with America, then at least they will not go in war. They will try to make a war to make them look good in front of their people, but not a big war. Like now what they did, like they shot that drone. So in front of the people in Iran, Allahu Akbar, see, our country is stronger, brother. And even there's many Arab, they are shouting and praising Iran for what they did. And the American did not respond. So that's mean the American are coward, the Iranian are brave. This is how they see it. So the Iranian, when you have people inside, they are hungry. The only way to silence them is war. As an example, I will take you to a different country. Syria. The president of Syria, his father ruled before him, I think 30 years something. Syria is not a poor country, by the way. They have a lot of oil, but the regime is corrupt. All the money is in the pocket of the government leaders, specifically the family of the president. They are billionaires. So okay, why we don't have jobs? We are having war with Israel. Okay, why we don't have electricity? We are having war with Israel. Okay, why the streets are bad? We have war with Israel. Why things is we have war with Israel? Like, I mean, come on. But he don't ever have war with Israel. When the last time you have war with Israel? 1973. So they use an enemy to shut down anyone will complain about the situation, and this is exactly what happened in Iran. They need death to America so the regime of Iran can live. If there's no America and there's no Israel, okay, what is the agenda now? What we will say to the Iranian? Death to who? China? You know what I mean? So death to America is a solution. Is not really the target. It's just like for local consuming. Okay, say death to America, Allahu Akbar, death to Israel, and okay, and then everybody okay go hungry home, because as you see, we are doing jihad for Allah. Come on, we have to struggle. And if you ask what is the name of the party, or let us say the major party in Iran, Hisbollah. What Hisbollah mean? Anyone knows what Hisbollah mean? You heard of Hisbollah in Lebanon, right? You heard of Hisbollah in Lebanon. Hezbollah in Lebanon is the same as Hezbollah in Iraq, is the same as Hezbollah in Iran. Okay, what is that Hezbollah? Where the name is coming from? That's from the Quran. If we go in the Quran, here we go. It says, chapter 5, verse 56, Hezbollah. And then we find there is Hezbollah and there's Hezb al-Shaitan, the party of Shaitan. Hezb mean in Arabic party. Chapter 58, verse number 19. You will see it says that those who Shaitan control them, those are the Hizb of Shaitan. So Quran teach that there's two Hizb, two parties. There is Satan party and there is Allah party. If you go down just 3 verse more, you will see in the same chapter 58, verse number 22, where it says that those are the party of Allah. See here the translation, he used God party, and that's false. It doesn't say that. It says Hezbollah. Surely Hezbollah are the one who will win. So the Iranian Shia, they choose from the Quran a verse to call the name of their party Hezbollah, which means they are from the party of Allah, and you are the party of Shaitan. So according to the Shia Mullah regime, the war is not about oil, is not about etc. It's about Hezbollah, the party of Allah, and the party of Shaitan. Let us change the translation, or I mean the translator. See, this is more accurate. They are the party of Allah, and the party of Allah are the one who will succeed. All right. And you, whatever you are a Hindu, you are a Buddha, you are a Christian, you are a Jew, you are atheist, it doesn't matter. You are from the party of Shaitan. Somebody saying, you are a good example to take. Hold on, hold on.